Hello, this is the Hydrogen at the end of the universe, and my friend.
Comrade Stalin, how's everyone doing?
Ah, yes. So today we'll be joined by several famous, or more accurately, infamous communist dictators from across history. Later today, a Mao will be joining as a special guest.
I can't do a Mao. I really can't. He just has one of those voices that you've never heard. Like, even the Comrade Stalin one. Good evening, I'm Comrade Stalin. It's very stereotypical, and I don't sound like a Georgian doing a Russian accent thing. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when I say Georgia, I mean the country of Georgia. I'm not sure how many of you know that there's a country called Georgia.
I
but
do, because I like geography.
Yes.
But it is kind of a... I wonder if at any point do people from the country of Georgia ever get annoyed.
That everyone just assumes that they're from the state of Georgia. I don't think many people know the state of Georgia exists. I think all Georgia has is Atlanta, and then...
Although it actually is weird. A few years ago, was it years ago? I don't remember when it was, but not... Maybe it was a year ago, but not that long ago in any case. My mom actually went to the state of Georgia for work. There was a work thing that she was required to go to over there.
Really?
Oh, wait, really quick. I remembered something last time, and I want to share it with you. Do you have torches on you?
Yes.
Hey, go ask the guide what your mace can be used to make.
You're right. So how do I do that?
So it's telling you that you can make a flaming mace, right?
No.
Oh, you don't know how to ask him?
No.
Okay, so when you right-click on him, you get the menu, right?
Yeah.
Click crafting.
Crafting. Oh.
And then where it says place material here, you put anything that you want in there, and he'll tell you what you can make with it. Put the mace in it.
Oh, I can make a flaming mace.
Yeah. Although be careful, I think that the flaming mace actually gets put out if you let it touch water.
Alright, so can I just craft that now?
Yeah, if you have torches, you should be able to. I don't know what station you crafted at, but it's a pretty basic weapon, so I'm assuming that we have it. It's probably just this, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
Maybe it's the anvil. It's the anvil. It's up near the merchant over here.
You're right.
It's the anvil.
Sorry, I have to respond to something real quick.
Okay. I will continue building.
I shall see if I can construct an item. I can construct flaming arrows, I just can't... Crafting window.
If you check with the guide again, he'll actually tell you what station you crafted at.
Alright.
It is fully possible that I'm just an idiot and the station we don't have is the station you need is a station we don't have. That is entirely possible.
It says I... Show MSP use mace required objects, not... It doesn't say I need required objects.
Ooh.
Oh, we should probably do the,
We've got a lot of NPCs all of a sudden.
I mean, we did literally build a castle.
Well, most of these aren't rooms. Oh no, don't tell me. Yep, all the new NPCs have moved into our rooms. Peasants are invading!
Well, you know what? We just need to lock them out. That's what the Tsar did, and it didn't work well for him. And I remember because I was there.
Of course you were. I mean, who wasn't?
Actually,
Everyone was there when the Tsar, was...
when the Tsar's army failed to defend against the peasantry because they were the peasantry. You know, that's been a pretty common thing throughout history. Every time the peasantry, or the poors, as some people are fond of calling them, revolt, it typically ends with the military either getting on the side of the poors, or, well, the poors just giving up. It's pretty, quote-unquote, interesting.
I think that the military joining the poors is so common because...
it makes sense because they themselves are the poor. That's just typically what happens when you have a system
honestly, where... It never made sense to me why like, if a place is so obsessed with keeping the poor down, why hire your military mostly from the poor? That's like asking for something to go wrong.
Well, that's because the poors, they make up the majority of the population, right?
I know.
And now, if you're taking nothing but royal stock, we'll just say royal stock, in reality it'd be noble stock or just rich stock, and they all die, you as a government head lose all of your support, that's why. You know, because the poors typically don't like when a government actively oppresses them for no reason, because no one likes being oppressed for no reason. It's really bad though once you piss off even the rich.
Because the rich are the people who will normally benefit from the government. But yeah, if you go to the guide and ask him about the flaming mace again, he should actually tell you what station you make the flaming mace at.
I did. He didn't tell me. It's...
You didn't look for it properly. I know what you need to look for.
Alright, I'll do it once more. One second, let me check on that tree that I have growing down here.
It won't grow because you put it too high up. Oh, you made another one that's lower down?
Yeah.
What type of gem core did you plant, by the way?
Emerald?
Ooh, emerald. Where did he put it? No, just so you know,
pretty far down.
Trees do often take a while to grow. They're kind of annoying.
It's pretty far down. It's like past the second watered cavern, I think.
Past the second. I love how we measure things by the water caverns.
Yes, but it's like the only memorable thing about these cave systems is the watered caverns, in which that I myself produced with some assistance from you, or explosive assistance from you, or unintentionally with assistance from you.
Mostly explosive assistance, as far as I go. I like exploding things.
Who doesn't? Explosions are the best way of dealing with. Yeah, see.
Look at this little guy.
Yes, quite marvelous. I think I'm gonna go see if we can get some spiders. You gotta love all the spider webs. Oh god. I'm too much of a coward, I retreat.
You know what I just got?
What?
I just got a fried egg.
How'd you get a fried egg from a spider?
I don't know, but a spider dropped a fried egg.
Maybe it's a fried spider egg.
No,
be careful, I heard those...
It very much looks like a normal egg, honestly.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about eggs? My family owned a couple chickens in the backyard before, but no, they just got really inconvenient for us to have. I had 26 of them. The eggs, if the chickens are fresh, if the chickens themselves are fresh, the eggs are brown.
Oh.
I'm sure. Yes.
That's actually kind of interesting. Does that mean that, like, store-bought eggs are, like, some of the worst you can get?
I wouldn't even say that. It's just that they're brown.
I don't think I've ever seen brown store eggs.
Well, I have. They sell them at the store. They're just...
Oh yeah, like you do get the special containers that are specifically, but like the standard ones you always get are always white. Right?
They are. Yes.
Why are we in spider caves? Hey, I got another fried egg.
Adventure. Jeez, these spiders, they really like fried eggs, eh?
Yeah, apparently. They like their eggs. That's some eggy
Jensen,
boys.
we've discovered something interesting about the spider species. They enjoy eggs. Dear God, we're doomed.
The eggs
You know what my
tip
favorite
sunny
voice to
side
do
up,
is?
So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of doubt that it's actually a fried egg. I think it's probably a sunny side up. It does have the tooltip sunny side up.
You know what my favorite voice to do is? It's the Southern gentry voice. You know, like the stereotypical.
I got another fried egg.
Stuff killing the spiders and taking their eggs. That's just brutal, man. Like, imagine you're just living in a cave and then two weird people break into your home and then just start stealing your eggs.
One of them's swinging around a metal ball with spikes on it, and the other one's shooting you with green light.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not that bad, Jerry. You know, I mean, I bet these guys just wanted to come and say hi, you know, and we just committed a mass slaughter of their species.
They do attack.
I mean, wouldn't you want to kill us? You know, like if someone was breaking into your home actively, wouldn't you want to...
And also taking all of the web that actually probably takes them a long time to build.
Oh god. I like how I just got out of the water and then got immediately knocked back in by a spider.
Yeah, the spiders are somewhat annoying. Ooh, functional. I mispronounced his name, but I know what I'm saying.
Oh, did you hear Cyberpunk got delayed again?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad.
Oh.
Cause I'm really excited for. I had gold on me and I just died.
Yeah, I picked it up so that it doesn't get picked up by an enemy. Wait, no, that doesn't happen. I always forget that. I destroyed your
playing with
already.
With a noob scrub, so you know what, you're just gonna have to deal with that there, son.
You know what I think would be kind of funny?
What?
If Cyberpunk actually came out in 2077.
You know, there's a lot of memes about that.
Are there?
You know, yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 starts to make a lot more sense.
They just
keep
on pushing it back.
I mean, they have no faith. You know what, I can't remember, Miyazaki, I believe his last name was? He said, it's a pretty famous quote by him, a delayed game will be eventually good, a rushed game will be forever bad. And if someone in the comments knows, please tell me, because I can never remember his fruit. Ah, what the? Get away from me.
Isn't that the Nintendo guy?
It might have been.
Swear that's the guy from Nintendo.
Yeah, it probably is. I can't remember. I feel really bad because it's such a great quote.
No, I want to show you this. You have a magic mirror, you can actually teleport back.
Yep.
Easily. I have to slowly but surely crawl my way all the way back up.
I might have some potions. I have a wormhole potion. Would that help?
No, that would teleport you to me.
Oh. Well, that sounds handy. Sometimes.
Yeah, so keep it on hand. I actually have one on me as well.
I have 4 hand grenades.
If you check with the guide again, though, he should... Let me check so I know where it is and he tells you where you craft things. It'll show you... when you put something in that little slot, it'll say showing recipes that use, and then the name of the item, and then it'll tell you required objects for whichever item you're hovering.
Well, it says none. It says none.
Check how many torches you need for it.
99.
How many do you have?
39.
Okay, that actually makes a bit more sense then. You just don't have
Yes.
torches. Luckily, torches
Welcome
are very easy to get. Let me see if we have... Yeah, 1 second. Just, take these.
Thank you. Flaming maze. Oh, right there.
Now you should have a flaming mace.
Yes, I do.
It's still flaming when it gets put out, but it does temporarily get put out if you put it in water.
I have a fun little story here for everyone to, hear. So, you know the song Born in the USA?
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like, I was born in the USA, that one.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Well, so, it's a protest song, right? It's against the Vietnam War. It's talking about... Yeah, the guy was sent... He was drafted...
I did not know
and then deployed to Vietnam, right? But so, here's where the funny thing comes in. So Ronald Reagan, I'm sure if you know who Reagan is, I'm fairly sure basically everyone knows who Reagan is. He used the song in a campaign rally. A song actively criticizing United States foreign policy and American involvement in Vietnam and our blithe imperialism, right? And he played the song as if it was a song, like, yeah, I was born in the USA and I'm proud of it. It's like, no matter what you think of Reagan and the song in Vietnam, basically no matter what you think about it, it's hilarious because...
He just completely misunderstood what it was.
Yeah, it's a classic thing. You only listen to one part in the song, like, oh, this part of the song sounds really good, and then it turns out to be a song about
let me guess, he played it at the height of the song's popularity too.
I think maybe, I'm not sure. It was the 80s, I think.
Because
it was definitely the 80s.
Because people have a tendency to play a lot of those sorts of things like at the height of their popularity as well. Like, they never do it when the song's just, oh, okay, that sounds nice. No, they do it when the song is doing better than ever.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a classic move that happens incredibly commonly among Republican politicians. It's pretty funny. Like,
They just completely misread situations?
No, they just misread the song. Like... It could be the most anti-America song, but if it has, like, America is awesome, like, 5 times, even if it's, like, a
sarcastic, and it's obviously sarcastic?
Yeah, they'll just be like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that'll work for my campaign. Then it's, like, 2 minutes later, talks about how much America sucks. It's hilarious. Like, the only song... well, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say the only song that I can think of with an incredible patriotic bent that everyone uses would be, I'm proud to be an American. That one. But,
that one's kind of overused, though. Yeah,
oh, it's completely overused. They play it at literally everything. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Like, yeah, the first time you hear it, you're in elementary school and they're using it in a Veterans Day, assembly, and then it's like they play it 20 different times at 20 different other events, and then you just hear it blasting. I didn't hear it blasting. You don't hear anything blasting during 9/11.
Yeah, but at a certain point, it's
used too much, and it's...
I think of that old... Was it Filthy Frank who made that meme of "It's time to stop" with the giant clock?
Oh yeah, that was Filthy Frank.
Yeah, I just kind of think of that. Just, it's time to stop.
It's time to stop. And you know what? Controversial opinion here, but I don't think the song's that good. I think America deserves a much cooler, hard rock or jazz or blues or like medieval or, another type of song with like an awesome bass and trumpets blaring this, that, and the other thing. Because no matter what you think about America, you cannot deny that we enjoy violence. Our favorite sport is football. And we
I mean, my
complain
favorite
about
sports-
soccer
my
being
favorite
too
sport-
cowardly.
I would make an argument that my personal favorite sport is slightly more violent. However,
Hockey.
yeah. However, Canada, who's more famous for that one, they kind of get a pass. I think that they spend so much of their time being all nice and polite that they need somewhere to release their energy.
Yeah.
That's my theory as to why they're so much into hockey. They need somewhere to let out that energy.
Yeah. But no,
What
it's
better place than
great, though,
soccer,
like,
but with lax referees, blades, and sticks.
hard sticks, and don't forget the pucks too. I've seen some pucks do some pretty crazy damage.
Yeah,
I mean, I've even seen the balls just flung by the six.
Actually,
Pretty crazy
at the start of every single hockey game I've been to, there's this little thing they put up every single time of warning. The puck may leave the ice. And
Wow,
and
that's
and it's like, and while it's obviously really just one of those legal protection things, it is a legitimate. Yeah, you
concern.
are here at your own risk. If the puck leaves
may-
the ice, it will hit your face.
It may, and you may possibly, most likely, lose an eye.
And that's only if you're unlucky. You're more likely to lose teeth. Which is still painful.
I mean, still.
I'm not putting down losing teeth, but
Oh god, that's like top 3 fears of mine is losing teeth.
really?
Yes. And I mean like violently, like not like, oh, I got punched in the face and my teeth came loose and they fell. I mean like
Like hockey puck.
no, like a pair of pliers
Oh, you
and
you
a
don't
CIA
like dentist
black site.
visits?
That's what I mean.
You don't
Or
like you don't like the dentist.
It's not even dented. It's just like I see a pair of rusty pliers, right? And then I see a chair, and I'm skeeved out, so I leave the room. That's typically what I think. That's pretty normal, though. I don't think anyone really wants their teeth ripped out of their mouth.
Okay, I just moved these guys out of our house. They now live just below us. They're still
Cool.
technically in the upper class at the moment, but I'll change that once we actually make the rest of these houses.
I like how the one heat source is just on the lower floors.
Yeah, if this were a real castle, this place would be cold.
It'd be immensely cold. So what should we do? We've just been building.
I want to. How about you go and do something to entertain yourself while I finish up the build?
All right. I'll call you if I get killed.
Huh?
I'll call you if I get killed. Oh god. No!
Oh, you joined the blue party. I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
There we go. And now we know how far apart we are.
You know, the corruption, I believe it's called, area's music is
Purple area?
absolutely
Yeah,
horrifying.
That's the corruption.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrifying.
What's wrong with it?
It's like the introduction's all... I wouldn't necessarily say gothic, but it's like haunting in a way.
Well, it is supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a dark biome of like pestilence.
Ah. You know, this flaming mace is actually pretty good.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah, there we go. That's horrifying. Yes, I just killed a worm through nothing but fire
Come on.
damage.
Stop moving into our houses. I mean, yeah, I want NPCs, but don't move into our houses. They're not for you, they're for us.
Move into the slightly sub-average
Move into the slums.
shack. Move into the shack. The shack is specifically designed for the peasantry. The gentry shall not be oppressed by the presence of the peasantry.
Why are we making a hierarchy?
Well, because I mean, like, what do you expect us to do? You know, like, we're not peasants. Up.
And he died.
I hate life.
And he died. That's
Andre
the wrong
Bavon.
one.
Well, actually, that's Orange Advent. Never mind. Don't worry about that one. pique la baleine, j'en ai cotisé. Je veux naviguer, on m'a fait appliquer. I'm really starting to wish I took Mandarin instead of Spanish.
Yeah. Actually, weirdly, I'm no longer technically in that class, I don't think. But honestly,
Why?
Chinese was technically my second choice. It's just that my first choice wasn't actually there.
Let me guess, your first choice was German.
Yeah, and actually my first choice, if all languages were represented, would have been Irish. Traditional Irish.
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted German myself too. That's
But of the languages typically offered, yeah, German would have been what I wanted, but they didn't have
well,
it.
actually, what I really would have enjoyed learning is Old Latin. You know, just traditional Latin. Traditional Latin. You know, I mean, like Spanish is a romantic language. Well, it wouldn't be Old Latin. It would just be Latin. But you know.
Kind of the
don't ask
modern
me.
version that was created so that people could still speak it.
Yes.
It's actually
Get out of here,
weird. Did you
vultures.
know that version of Latin is similar enough to Old Latin that I'm pretty sure that that were they to come here today, people from like the Roman Empire would actually be able to understand it.
You know what I find hilarious? The only thing Romania is famous for is the Romani. You know well, you know what the Nazis called them that. I'm not gonna call them that. I heard it's an offensive term. I don't know.
Oh,
The Romani.
G?
Yeah, the Romani. You know
That's
yeah,
actually a
them.
bit of a problem for me because a significant portion of my heritage comes from that area and is like that type of people. Like
Romani?
a significant portion, and I've always heard it described, that portion of my heritage, I've always heard it described using that word that is now a trouble word. And I don't know what I'm supposed to use that isn't that word.
Romani.
Romani, is that the term?
I think it is, yeah. I've heard Romani. It could be something else, and I'm just thinking of something else. But, you know, it's weird. It's like one of those, oh god. It's like one of those, weird language things. Like basically everything, but it's one of those weird language things.
Yeah. One of the ones you're not really supposed to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even that. It's just like one of the ones that has become just a major part of language, you know, and then it's like, nope. I mean, I get it though. It is used disparagingly, and I don't want anyone to, you know, be disparaged. It's just amazing how it's become one of those, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm alluding to some kind of weird race thing every time I say one of those, so I'm just gonna stop saying, you know, one of those.
Yeah. It's kind of...
It's peculiar. That's all you can really say about it. It's like, wow, how did this become such a common part of language that now some people without it struggle to find a word to describe the peoples of that well, not even area, it's that group of people. It got incredibly quiet all of a sudden. Get out of here. Burn in holy fire. You know what other game I'm excited for in 2021? That's Warhammer 40k zombie game. Now, I've always wanted a Warhammer game, like a first-person shooter Warhammer game, where you're not a space marine, you're just a random Imperial Guardsman. I don't know, I just love the Imperial Guard as a concept, you know, a massive force of people willing to die for the Emperor in, like, blind sacrificial charges. It's astounding to me. It's, I don't know, that may not sound like fun to a lot of people, but that just sounds like a riot to me, you know, like you're sprinting in and to combat and then you just get gunned down and then you shift to another character. Or you get corrupted by the forces of chaos, you know, it just, they could do a lot with the game, and I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do. The people who are making it are the same people who made Warhammer Vermintide 2, which I've heard incredibly good things about. It's a Left 4 Dead 2 clone, I've heard that, but it's not really because melee combat is a major thing about it. There's actually a free week going on for Warhammer Vermintide 2 that I'm actually began downloading today. I'm excited to see if I like it enough to get it. It's currently on sale for $4.49, so you know, if you're watching this and you're interested in that game, I mean, like, it's gonna be rare. It's not gonna be decent as a deal for that. As decent of a deal than that, you know, for a while. 'Cause, you know, just to check it out, I guess. You know, I want them to have as much resources as possible when they're tackling, you know, because I'm a big Warhammer 40k fan. It's just, I like the dark sort of gothic grunge thing about it. I think that's what most people like about it. Like how I've been rambling on for... Anyone there?
Hello? Hello? If you... I can't hear you right now, but I think I know why. Give me a second to fix it. Hello?
I'm here.
Where is it? No, that's not the right button. I can fix this. I know what's wrong. I just don't know where the button to fix it is. There it is, I think.
So did any of my, like,
I can hear you
20-minute
now. I can hear you now.
Okay, so did any of that, like, 20-minute advertisement for the Steam sale of Warhammer Vermintide 2 actually come through?
I think so. Probably for them.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because I just went on a long rant about how excited I am for the Warhammer 40k. Well, I guess it'd be a zombie game. You're fighting Necrons?
Well, what kind of
I'm not
game
sure.
is Warhammer, by the way? Because I've always
I mean,
seen,
like, Warhammer 40k, it's a tabletop game first. I actually have some of my figures right here. It's the Cascadian Imperial Guards. I just like the grungy part of it. And if I'm just reiterating, because the people listening already heard me, well, I'm sorry, but
I think they heard, because I heard most of it. It's just near the end, weirdly, it just cut off for some reason.
Well, did they get that it's on sale for like $4.49? I think.
Yeah, I think they got that, but again, by the time anybody's actually watching this, that sale's long gone.
Well, everyone, take a look. If you got Steam, go ahead and look. I mean, the worst thing that's gonna happen is that it's off. But
hey, do you know what number I have of wood? You know how much wood I have?
Is it 69?
No, but it's the other number.
Oh, 420?
Yep.
It would be hilarious if it's 420,069.
Unfortunately, the game only stacks up to 999.
Oh, that's sad. That saddens me. Well, I made it all the way to the snow biome on my own. That's where I was giving my rant, and I was got concerned, and I traveled all the way back here. So, you know... Oh, hello, Eater of Souls. It's not like I didn't just kill your entire family, but whatever, come on. Come on.
I will admit, it is slightly problematic that we've set up our main base literally like 5 feet from the corruption, but...
What can you do about it?
You know, we'll deal with the problems that will arise as they arise.
Yes. I mean, like, what can you do with a drunken sailor, you know?
Well,
Lock him
you
in the
can
galley
put
with a hose
longbow
pipe
to
on
the
him. You know, I mean,
sword.
like, you can't do much. You can lock him in the galley with a hose pipe on him. You can't do much more than that.
You could throw him in the bed with the captain's daughter.
Yeah, you know, you
Then
could
he'll
do
die.
that, but I don't think the captain would be too happy about that one.
Or you could shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Yeah. You know, I mean, like, or you could just lock him in the room with 99 bottles of beer on the wall. I mean, like, you know, take one down, pass it around, you know, make him just do that motion over again. You know, 98 bottles of beer on the wall.
Yep. See how long it takes before he passes out of drunkenness.
Yeah, and you know, gets to 97 bottles of beer on the wall. Probably, like, once he gets to like 96 bottles of beer on the wall, he'll get, oh, no one's coming for me. Then he'll just go straight to 95 bottles of beer on the wall.
Yep.
Heck, he might even get to 94 before, you know, he starts to feel a little bit tipsy. 93 after a while?
He will succumb to the alcohol.
Oh, poisoning, probably.
Yeah, probably. That is a fair point. Probably will have succumbed to alcohol poisoning first.
Yes.
Okay.
Shall we go and explore to the right?
Okay, I'm gonna do something that's gonna make our house briefly look kinda ugly, because I gotta do some counting.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go explore them.
Because I gotta do counting, that means I've gotta use this. Oh, wrong thing. Actually, no, that works. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. I care about is...
Down I go! To see what awaits me.
Okay, so this room is even.
I love it when you forget how a game controls, and so you have to go to key bindings to see how to do things.
You know what actually happened to me when I was playing Portal for the first time?
What?
So, I forgot how to do something. I can't remember what it was that I forgot how to do. Probably crouch or something, since that's something that you can do in 3D games that you can't normally do in 2D, and I'm more experienced with 2D. Any case, when I came back, I can't remember what exactly happened, but I think I somehow managed to accidentally change one of the key bindings, for like walk.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't walk for like a solid like 5 minutes before I realized, oh, I'm just being an idiot.
Yes. I've just been digging downward and things keep falling on top of me and I just keep swinging and killing them. Oh, what do you think about the new Watch Dogs game that's coming out? Watch Dogs Legion. You can play anyone, including some grandma or a...
I've not heard much about it. Honestly, most first person games.
Oh, it's a third person shooter.
Oh. Well, in any case, shooters also generally aren't my style.
Boy.
I may consider myself a gamer, but I'm not interested in most of the normal games.
I mean, like, well, a normal game is whatever game you enjoy. That's what it should be. Gaming should be an incredibly great space for literally everyone. That's always been my
philosophy
tale there. Yeah, for gaming, yeah, that's my main philosophy. It should be for everyone. I think anyone who wants to blockade gaming for any group of people is kind of depressing and, you know, should, commit... I'm not gonna say that, never mind. But no, they're just... Exactly, that's why I was like, should I say it? No, I won't say it. Even the fun commit's not a, you know, yeah, I just won't even say that one just in case, you know.
Wow, every room on this level is even.
Oi. You know, I didn't do online classes at all last year. Even though it hit and they tried to be like, oh, you're gonna use Zoom. I was like, what's Zoom? I'm confused. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I never did.
Me
I
neither.
never did.
I think anybody who actually had any ability to avoided it at all costs.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, that's the great thing about being all online now. Like, you have an infinite amount of excuses just not to show up to go, oh, yeah, I was having internet troubles, you know? And they'll be like, oh, okay.
And they have
Alright.
no way of telling you that you're wrong.
Exactly. Well, don't we have, like, student, internet individual things? And we'll be like, yeah, but I don't have one of those because I had internet access. And they'll be like, okay. Well, here's the lesson summary, I guess.
Yeah, what they should be giving us is the lesson summary anyways.
Yeah, it really should just be, like you've said on innumerable occasions, they should just be giving us homework for last year, hope we remember as much as possible. And then, you know, I mean, like, everyone's... What's the worst that's gonna happen? You graduate late? Okay, well, cool, it's better that than barely understanding any of the material that you learned, you know? Because...
Honestly, it'll actually be it'll honestly probably be slightly good to graduate late because there'll probably be a significant amount of people who will be looking out for people who were in specific years when this happened.
Yeah.
And if they and like the jobs will look at your application, see you graduated in a particular year, and go, oh, so you were in this grade during that. Well,
yeah.
Sorry, you're not needed.
Yeah. I mean, it could potentially just end up being an entirely worse idea than, oh yeah, you just don't know, you just, I mean, or just like give everyone a free year. Like, there's infinite solutions. I'd prefer the free year, predominantly because I'm a lazy imbecile, but you know.
And they somehow managed to choose the worst solution. Isn't that just something?
I mean, that's just how Washington... I'm not even sure if we should say a specific city. I mean, because I dealt with Seattle. I did deal with Seattle public schools.
We're okay with saying. Here's what I'm okay with saying. I'm okay with saying that what state we're in, and I'm okay with saying which side of the Cascades we're on, but nothing more specific than that.
I mean, like, we're not that... okay. Well, fair enough. Well, so yeah, like, I've dealt with Seattle, public schools, and, that could just because this could be because I was only there for 3 years. 3 years. But, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as where we currently are. For their education decisions, yeah, it was a little bit better.
Are they a little bit more intelligent about their education decisions?
From where I was, yes, a little bit.
But not enough to write home about, though?
There was just barely enough where you could write a nice long letter to Mama about how good education was where you were. But it's not like, this is the best public education in America. It's pretty decent. It's certainly much better than a place like Tennessee, but... I mean, basically anywhere else in the country. I mean, Washington State has some of the best education, public and otherwise, in the entire country, and... So...
Do we?
Yeah, we really do, Yeah, it's really decent. Yeah, it's surprisingly good in the history areas, too. Places, again, like Tennessee and Georgia and all those places, if you're from there, you know, like, no hate, nothing but love, but, your public education, also your infrastructure... Wow, a lot of stuff there. It's not exactly the greatest.
I personally feel really bad for like some of the places who have like I personally feel really bad for like some of the places where their entire economy is intrinsically linked to like one dying industry.
Oh yeah, like the entire Rust Belt basically that isn't agriculture, it's just gonna die. It's just terrible trade deal after terrible trade deal has completely killed that place, and it's really a shame. I mean, you know the main reason that that production was so good in America, it was because we were the only place with a population large enough and educated enough to mass produce things in factories, and literally everyone sold that down the river. It's just unfortunate. Well, it's not even unfortunate. It's almost been designed that way. It's basically been designed that way. And then with the rise of China, we're just never getting those jobs back. It's a shame. But
now we should probably try and avoid politics to some degree, though.
that's true. I mean, most of our power as a nation at this point comes from how much we consume. Where we have
And
the biggest
right back into
consumer base.
politics.
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. That's like it's a really interesting subject to me. International,
It is.
local. We won't dip into
I'm not
local.
gonna argue it. Politics is fascinating.
Yes,
It's
we
just
won't.
also something that gets YouTube to go, wee die.
Yes, we won't go into anything controversial though. So if you're from places that have controversial parts in your politics, we won't go into those very much. But I mean, this is a pretty neutral thing.
Although
We
then
are.
again, I mean, is there a single place that doesn't? Also, the timer is up. Do you want to continue recording?
Of course, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna sign off. Then we're gonna do another video. Okay.
All right.
This has
Well,
been
bye,
Hydrogen
everybody.
at the End of the Universe. Big Dog. I'm still trying to convince him to start recording stuff and put it on his channel, and maybe at some point change his name.
I mean, it is a pretty generic YouTube name, so
yeah.
it's like.
But yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.